everybody? TM Fanatic here. Hope you all are having a fantastic day, except if you're a Georgia Bulldogs fan. I think you have enough to be happy about already because you survived. You survived? Why? Why? Of all the teams, why does this have to happen to us? We're right there. We're right there. We have a chance to win it. We don't. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Hope y'all are having a great day. Obviously, we got a lot to talk about. This was an emotional game. You know why you're here. You're here to see me, a Tennessee Vols fan, absolutely lose his mind, and I'm going to try my absolute best to not do that, but it's very hard when you screw up a great game like this. Okay, 30 seconds in, already starting to lose my voice, so let's get into it. Tennessee loses to Georgia, 44-41 in overtime. You know what I hate about this game? I hate a lot of stuff, but what I really hate about this game and the result is that this is exactly what the sports media loves, right? Like, oh my gosh, Georgia, they win the game of the year in epic fashion. They come from behind. Kirby Smart, how does he always do it? How does he rally his guys from 21-7 down? How does he do that? How is Kirby Smart so great? Gunnar Stockton with a miracle pass on the fourth down. Oh my gosh, we are just getting started and I'm already losing it. This game for Tennessee and Joey Aguilar specifically, this was our first big time test. Syracuse, yeah, great defense, 10-win team last year, but we destroyed them. ETSU, yeah, of course, but it doesn't get tougher than this. Georgia, one of the best teams in the country coming into our house. Neyland Stadium, big game atmosphere. Lots of scoring went down, so let's get into it. First quarter, our first drive. This is a great one. Great tone setter, 8 plays, 75 yards. Joey was 5 for 5. He was picking off the Georgia Bulldogs defense. And that first to goal, Joey, he takes it himself. Good block by Bishop, and Joey, he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great way to start the game. I do want to say this. In the past, I really try not to think about it, but in past matchups with Georgia, I think a big reason why we weren't able to get those wins, and a big reason why we got blown out, is that we lost at the line of scrimmage. So it was really good, I feel like, to see our O-line hold up and have a very good start to this game. Georgia comes back with a nice drive of their own. 6 plays, 75 yards, aided by a very nice throw, sadly, from Stockton to Young. And the first to goal, Gunner, he takes it himself. He gets in, and now we have a tie game. This is what it's about. Right here, 2 ranked teams battling it out. And Tennessee, we definitely delivered a nice, good offensive combo in this first quarter. 2nd and 7 at the 28, 9:29 to go in the first. Joey with a 72-yard touchdown pass to Chris Brazzle, baby! Oh my gosh! Neyland goes berserk! And then our next scoring drive, it was a good one. 11 plays, 83 yards. And Joey, I have to say this, he was not only accurate, but he was getting the ball to guys that can do a lot after the catch. The run after catch, that was such a big part in us moving on this drive. Joey was 14 for 14, over 200 yards passing, 213 to be exact. Speaking of the number 14, Joey, he has a 14-yard pass on the 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line to Brazzle again. That connection, I'm liking this. I'm liking the Joey to Brazzle connection. I am loving that. So Tennessee, we score. We're up 21-7 at this point in the first quarter. Now, I had to pump my brakes emotionally because, yeah, I know, we're not playing ETSU. We're playing Georgia. They are a great team. They are going to have nice drives. They are going to have nice plays. So Georgia has a 9-play, 72-yard drive. And then on 4th and 3, Gunnar Stockton finds Zachariah Branch for the first down. A 13-yard pass. I didn't know this at the time, but that would not be the only 4th down play we would absolutely blow and made me lose my mind. And then second quarter, first play, Stockton, he finds Branch on the perimeter, and he is off to the races. So Tennessee's offense, as we saw in the first quarter, we were rolling, we were doing great. But in this second quarter, I really feel like this is where Glenn Schumann, Georgia's defensive coordinator, this is where he really did his job. Like, he made the right calls, and his defense stepped up when he needed them to. Fast forward to Georgia's last scoring drive of the first half, a 14-play drive, aided by, of course, here it is, I knew it, I knew we cannot go one game, not one game, without the refs getting involved and showing their obvious bias against the orange and whites. They wanted to keep it interesting with all the PI calls on Tennessee, but of course, they're not going to call it even. No. I mean, that catch by Oscar Delp, that catch he had, and then the run, he like kicked one of our guys in the face, and there's no penalty. But despite that, our defense still held up, and we stopped Stockton on 3rd and goal. Now, even though that our defense was playing great, and they were keeping us in this game, I was feeling just maybe a tad bit worried about our offense. It seemed like Georgia, they were starting to figure us out. And they threw this graphic up there. So our first 3 drives, we had 233 yards, 21 points, and 6 15-yard plays. On our last 2 drives, the drives after those, 39 yards, no points, no 15-yard plays. And then, oh boy, 3rd and 4, Joey's pass, it gets intercepted with just over a minute left in the half. Georgia gets the ball back, but they can't take advantage of it. And Colton Hood, who had a great play, who should have been rewarded for that amazing pick, tipped that thing, grabbed that thing. Oh, here comes the flags. You took that away from the kid. Dude, Colton Hood, I'm liking this kid a lot. He is making plays. Coach Prime, you definitely dropped the ball with that kid right there. But hey, I'll take him, absolutely. But he should have gotten credit for that interception. That was wrong. That got taken away from him. So we keep Georgia out of the end zone and even out of field goal range. It is a 4-point game heading into the 3rd quarter. And Georgia, their first drive of the second half, they waste no time. 14 plays, 75 yards. Our defense, man, we just could not win on 3rd down. The run game was giving us fits on both sides of the ball. Our running offense, it just seemed like we couldn't get anything going. And again, I was worried that this game and the start that we had, as great as it was slowly starting to trend toward another Georgia Bulldogs blowout. I mean, Joey, he started 14 for 14, 213 yards, as I mentioned before, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Since then, at this point, he was 2 for 7, 16 yards, and a pick. I mean, Georgia had 17 unanswered at this point, and I, and perhaps other Vols fans out there, were starting to feel just a tad uneasy. But how about this right here? Joey, on 2nd and 6, he has a 56-yard pass to Chris Brazzell again, baby! And we are right back in this game! I feel like Bradley Cooper here. I'm witnessing a star being born. Chris Brazzell. This is Georgia. Very good team. I mean, whether it's Robinson or Harris, like, you cannot beat Brazzell. He appears unstoppable. Georgia does respond with a field goal drive 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. But then a minute 16 later, Star Thomas, big time run for him, 27 yards. And then Joey, once again, heaving that ball up there, finding Braylon Staley for the 32-yard touchdown, baby. Our offense, even though that it seemed like we were getting beat up a little bit, we're starting to get our stride back. We're starting to make plays, and now it's our defense's turn. 3rd and 14, Gunnar Stockton, he is sacked by Joshua Josephs. Ball comes out, and it is recovered by Bryson Easton, baby. That's exactly what we needed right there. Gilbert, he turns that into a field goal, and now it is an 8-point game. And speaking of single digits, you know, again, this is Georgia. This is why they were the 6th-ranked team coming into this game, because they have a grueling 9-play, 75-yard drive. And then, oh boy, here it is. Here it is. Seven have his moment. 4th down. 4th and 6 at the 28 for Georgia. I am shocked that, honestly, they did not take the field goal. I think they had all their timeouts at that point. So their defense, they could have made a stop and possibly scored more. But oh my gosh, they choose to go for it on 4th and 6. And Gunnar Stockton, he says a prayer. He throws the ball to London Humphreys, back corner of the end zone. Ty Redmond, poor kid. You didn't even turn around, Ty! What are you doing? You didn't even turn around! If Ty at least gets his hands up, he doesn't have to do anything spectacular, I feel like. Just get your hands up. Turn around, dude. Stop chasing this guy. Get your hands up. Do what you're supposed to do. I know you're a freshman, but this is your moment, dude. You want to sit back on the bench? This is your moment right here. Make it count for yourself. Make it count for the team. You got to do better, Ty. Got to do better, dude. Turn around, do something, okay? If he turned around and he missed it, I still would have been like, okay, at least he turned around, right? At least he gave the effort. At least he wasn't just looking at London Humphreys, just watching him make this over-the-shoulder catch. Two-point conversion by Branch is good. The game is tied, but Tennessee, we have one last shot to win. We have a 14-play, 75-yard drive. We get all the way down to the 20-yard line. More than enough distance for Max Gilbert to kick the game winner. But here is where we lost it. Josh, bro, just take the knee. Take the knee. Get Max out there with like 2 seconds left. Kick the game winner. Tear out those goalposts and let's go home. Josh Heupel. He has to know better than this. We were fine. Max could have gotten there. He could have made this. I feel like he could have, honestly. But what do we do? What do we do with this golden opportunity right in front of us? Josh, he tries to be too cute with it. He's like, oh, maybe just 1 more yard, 2 more yards, 3 more yards. Let's just take it all the way down to 0.5 seconds before we kick this thing. And you know what? That's karma. Right there. Because we get a false start. No. Sets us back 5 yards. And now Josh chooses to get Max out there, which Max Gilbert, prior to this moment, like he has never had anything like this before. No career game-tying, go-ahead field goal attempts in the fourth quarter or in overtime. He hasn't seen anything like this. This was the first time he was ever put in a spot like this. So ball is snapped, and Max, he kicks, and he missed it. He missed it wide right. You know, I'll be honest. I am really trying my best to not blame the kicker. Not blame Max Gilbert too much. Now, does Max carry a little bit of the blame? Yeah, I mean, you're a kicker. That's your job. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Max. I know that field goal kickers, it's not easy for them. I saw that dude on game day, that nuclear engineer dude. He wasn't even close to the goalpost. So, look, I get that in some moments, it's tough. It's tough being a kicker, and it's tough making it in moments like this. But that's where Josh Heupel has to know better. I believe this 110%. If Josh would have just taken the knee, got it down to like 2 seconds, took a timeout, and then Max kicks it, I think Gilbert would have been in a better position mentally to make that kick and win it. Those extra 5 yards, I think that's what really scared him. Because after that, we just trotted him out there. Even though we had timeouts to use, I still could have done something! But we don't do it. We go to overtime, and all right, here it is. After 3 useless downs, we take the field goal. Gilbert makes it, and you see, Josh, he could have made it if you would have just... Josh! Oh! This is my life. This is what it is. And then Frazier for Georgia on first down. He has a 21-yard run, and then McCray gets in. Of course, the refs had to review it to just twist the dagger a little bit more. They called it a touchdown, and the game is over. Let me touch on a point that I briefly mentioned before. In years past, in past matchups with Georgia, I feel like the formula has been pretty much the same. Like, we get off to these great starts, and then Georgia just blows us out, right? Like in 2021, we led 7-0. We lost 41-17. In 2022, we led 3-0. We lost 27-13. In 2023, we led 7-0. We lost 38-10. And last year, we led 10-0, and we lost 31-17. This was not one of those days. We had a great game. Joey Aguilar. Let's talk about him. His first big-time test playing Georgia, a top 10 team. And I feel like he did very well. He was 24 for 36, 371 yards, baby, 10.3 average, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. Yeah, he's still learning, but hey, great job, though, by Joey. I still feel like, the throws he had, he was so accurate downfield. That was nice to see, and Nico is still 0-3. Ha! And how about Chris Brazel as well, channeling his inner Jalen Hyatt right here. 6 receptions, 177 yards, 3 touchdowns. A great day for Chris. Again, I'm seeing it. I'm liking this connection. Could be a dangerous one for years to come. Tennessee, we did a phenomenal on offense. A great day, almost 500 yards of total offense. We should have won this game. We should have. You know why? Because Kirby Smart said so. He said it in the post game. He looked into the microphone. Sorry, he looked into the camera. Darn it. He said that Tennessee should have won this game. Kirby said that because I know he's not an idiot. We had him, and we let him off the hook. Why? Because Josh Heupel, he did not just calm down, take a timeout, get Max out there, and have a kick the field goal. Why, Joe? Why? Why, Josh? Why are you doing this to me? My boys, I can't take it. But that's the name of the game, I guess. Just like in big-time games like this, as we all know, sometimes, it does come down to that one critical play, or in this case, that one critical mistake. To close, I'll say this. As devastating as this loss is, it's a lesson at the end of the day. We gave Georgia, one of the best teams in the country, a coaching staff that has owned us for almost a decade now. We gave them a run for their money, and that's something we can hang our heads high on. We just came just a bit short. Thankfully, we'll get to take out all this frustration and all this anger on a just unlucky UAB team, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. But fans, that is going to do it for this postgame reaction. Thank you all so much for watching. If you all like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and you can join our Fanatic Army. And honey salutes to all of you as always, and I hope all of you have a fantastic day. Go Vols!